The Villain's Precious Wife. Episode 1. A morning he couldn't escape. Rudra. Are you still not ready? His mother's voice echoed through the huge Khanna mansion. Rudra Khanna sighed and looked up from his laptop. At 29, he was the CEO of Khanna Empire and one of the most feared businessmen in the country. He could handle difficult meetings and dangerous rivals, but he could never win against his mother's stubbornness. "Mom, I have an important meeting," he said. "And I have an important function to attend with my son," she replied as she entered his room. She crossed her arms and gave him a look that meant there was no escape. "It's the annual charity function at the orphanage. Your grandparents started that orphanage years ago, and our family has been funding it ever since. You haven't attended it for the last 3 years." Rudra rubbed his forehead. "You all can go without me." "No, we can't." Before he could argue, his grandmother walked into the room with a smile. "Listen to your mother, Rudra. Work can wait for one day." He groaned softly. In this family, no one took his side. The Khanna family was large but warm. His father was a calm and respected businessman. His mother was loving but strict when it came to family matters. His grandparents were the heart of the mansion, and everyone adored them. His uncle and aunt lived with them, along with his cheerful younger brother, Arjun, who loved teasing him, and his cousin sister, Riya, who treated Rudra like her personal bodyguard. Just then, Arjun peeked inside the room. "Big brother, hurry up! Everyone is waiting." "Or should I tell Mom that you're scared of little kids?" Rudra threw a pillow at him. Arjun laughed and ran away. His mother smiled. "See? Even your brother is ready." Rudra finally closed his laptop and stood up. "Fine. I'll come." A bright smile appeared on his mother's face. Little did Rudra know that this simple visit to an orphanage was about to change his life forever. Episode 2, Special Day. "Anaya Didi, look. I made this flower," a little girl shouted happily. Anaya Sharma smiled and fixed the paper flower in the child's hair. The orphanage was buzzing with excitement. Today was the annual charity function, and everyone was busy decorating the place. At 22, Anaya was the eldest among the girls in the orphanage. Though she had no family by blood, she had a family by heart. There was 7-year-old Pihu, who never left Anaya's side, naughty twins Rohan and Mohan, and sweet Meera, who loved singing. "Anaya, are the gifts ready?" asked Sister Maria, the caretaker of the orphanage. "Yes, sister. I've kept them on the stage," Anaya replied. She looked around with a smile. Colorful balloons hung on the walls, handmade drawings decorated the hall, and the children were practicing their dance one last time. "We have important guests coming today," Sister Maria said. "The Khanna family has supported this orphanage for many years." The children cheered. Anaya had heard that name many times, but she had never met them. Suddenly, Pihu tugged at her dupatta. "Didi, will the guests like our performance?" Anaya knelt and kissed her forehead. "They'll love it." The little girl smiled brightly. Anaya looked at the decorated hall and folded her hands, silently praying that everything would go well. She didn't know that this ordinary day was about to change her life forever, and bring her face to face with a man who would become her destiny. Heavy Black Heart. Episode 3, The Journey Begins. "Everyone, hurry up. The guests can arrive anytime," Sister Maria said as she checked the decorations one last time. The children ran around excitedly. Some were wearing colorful costumes for the dance performance, while others were arranging gifts and flowers on the stage. Anaya smiled at their enthusiasm. She had spent the entire night helping everyone prepare, But seeing the children's happy faces made her forget her tiredness. Didi, do I look pretty? Pihu asked, twirling in her pink frock. You look like a little princess, Anaya replied, fixing the girl's hair. Pihu giggled and hugged her. Just then, a car stopped outside the orphanage gate. They're here, one of the boys shouted. All the children rushed toward the entrance. Anaya stayed behind and picked up a few gift boxes that had fallen near the stage. She didn't know why, but suddenly her heart started beating faster. Outside, several luxury cars entered the orphanage grounds. The Khanna family stepped out one by one. The grandparents smiled warmly at the children. Rudra's mother and father greeted Sister Maria, while Arjun and Riya happily waved at everyone. Finally, Rudra stepped out of the last car. Dressed in a black suit, he looked calm and distant. His sharp eyes scanned the surroundings, clearly showing that he didn't want to be there. Cheer up, brother, Arjun whispered. You're attending a charity event, not a funeral. Rudra gave him an icy look. At that exact moment, a soft wind blew through the courtyard. Inside the hall, Anaya turned toward the entrance, unaware that destiny had finally arrived at her doorstep. And for the first time in years, fate was preparing to bring two completely different worlds together. Heavy Black Heart. Episode 4. Their first meeting. The function began with a warm welcome. The children sang a prayer song, and the entire hall filled with applause. Rudra sat beside his parents, checking his watch every few minutes. He was already bored. At least smile, his mother whispered. I'm trying, he replied, though his face said otherwise. Meanwhile, backstage, Anaya helped the children get ready for their dance performance. Didi, I'm nervous, Meera said. Anaya smiled and held her hand. Don't be. Just enjoy yourself. The little girl nodded happily. A few minutes later, Sister Maria walked up to Anaya. The chief guest would like to meet the person who organized everything. Me? Anaya asked in surprise. Yes. Come with me. Anaya fixed her dupatta and followed Sister Maria toward the stage. At the same time, Rudra stood up to leave for a phone call. The two turned the corner at the exact same moment. Thud! Anaya accidentally bumped into him. A few gift boxes slipped from her hands and fell on the floor. Oh no! I'm so sorry, she said quickly, kneeling to pick them up. Rudra frowned. Nobody had ever bumped into him before. Before he could say anything, Anaya looked up. For a moment, both of them froze. His sharp, cold eyes met her warm, innocent ones. I'm really sorry, she said softly. Rudra didn't know why, but he couldn't look away. Sister Maria hurried forward. Mr. Khanna, this is Anaya Sharma. She helped organize today's function. Anaya stood up and gave him a small smile. Welcome to our orphanage. Rudra simply nodded. Thank you. It was only one sentence, yet it surprised everyone around him. The great Rudra Khanna was actually speaking politely. Anaya smiled again and excused herself because the children were waiting for her. As she walked away, Rudra's eyes unknowingly followed her. Interesting, Arjun said, appearing beside him with a grin. Rudra looked at his brother. What? Nothing. It's just the first time I've seen you stare at someone. Rudra ignored him and walked back toward the hall. But for some strange reason, the image of a girl with kind eyes refused to leave his mind. Heavy Black Heart. Episode 5, A Strange Feeling. The program continued, but Rudra wasn't paying attention anymore. His eyes kept searching for one person. Anaya. She was helping the children, fixing decorations, and making sure everyone was comfortable. She smiled at everyone, and somehow, that smile felt different. Brother, are you watching the performance or someone else? Arjun whispered with a teasing grin. Rudra gave him a cold look. Mind your business. Arjun laughed. Interesting. Meanwhile, backstage, Pihu suddenly ran to Anaya. Didi, I can't find my teddy bear. Anaya knelt beside her. Don't cry. We'll find it. Pihu sniffed and nodded. As Anaya searched around the hall, she accidentally reached the guest area. There, she saw the small teddy lying under a chair. Just as she bent down to pick it up, another hand reached for it. It was Rudra. Both of them looked at each other in surprise. This belongs to one of our children, Anaya said softly. Rudra handed her the teddy without a word. Thank you. A small smile appeared on her face. For a second, Rudra forgot to look away. You really care about them, don't you? He asked. Anaya looked at the children playing nearby. They are my family. Her answer made him pause. Family. A simple word, yet she said it with so much love. Before he could say anything else, Pihu came running and hugged Anaya. You found it. Anaya laughed. Rudra watched the scene quietly. For the first time in years, his heart felt strangely warm. Mr. Khanna, the speech is about to begin, his father called. Rudra nodded and turned to leave. But before going, he looked at Anaya one more time. She was smiling while fixing Pihu's hair. And without understanding why, he smiled too. A smile so small that no one noticed it. Except Arjun. Oh God, he whispered dramatically. My brother is doomed. Episode 6, The Unexpected Speech. Rudra, it's your turn, his father said, handing him the microphone. Rudra frowned. I wasn't told about the speech. His mother smiled innocently. Surprise! Arjun tried hard not to laugh. With no choice left, Rudra walked onto the stage. The hall immediately became quiet. The children looked at him with curiosity. Rudra cleared his throat. Public speaking wasn't a problem for him, but speaking to children was a completely different matter. Good evening, everyone. He paused for a second. This orphanage has been a part of my family's life for many years. But today, after coming here, I realized that this place is more than a building. His eyes unknowingly found Anaya in the crowd. It's a home filled with love. Anaya looked at him in surprise. And the people who take care of these children deserve appreciation. Everyone clapped. Sister Maria smiled proudly, and Anaya looked down shyly. After the speech ended, the children surrounded Rudra. Big brother, will you have cake with us? One little boy asked. Before Rudra could answer, Pihu held his hand. You have to come. He looked at the tiny hand holding his fingers. For some reason, he couldn't refuse. A few minutes later, he found himself standing beside Anaya as the children cut the cake. This is your first time here, right? She asked. Is it that obvious? She laughed softly. Very. Rudra raised an eyebrow. You laugh a lot. And you don't smile enough. Her answer caught him off guard. No one had ever spoken to him so casually. Then Pihu suddenly pushed them together. Take a picture. Both of them stumbled and stood shoulder to shoulder. Click. The camera flashed. Neither of them knew it then. But that simple photo would become one of their most precious memories. And from a distance, a pair of cold eyes was watching them. Someone had just arrived at the orphanage. Someone who didn't belong there. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart. Episode 7, The Shadow Behind the Smile. The children cheered after the photo. Pihu proudly looked at the picture. Didi and Big Brother looked nice together. Anaya nearly choked on her juice while Rudra's expression turned stiff. Arjun burst into laughter. Even the kids have started shipping you two, he teased. Rudra ignored him, but his eyes briefly met Anaya's embarrassed ones. At that moment, a black car stopped outside the orphanage gate. A man stepped out and quietly entered the hall. He wore a polite smile, but his sharp eyes were fixed on one person. Rudra Khanna. The smile on Rudra's face disappeared the moment he saw him. Mr. Verma, he said coldly. Anaya noticed the sudden change in his expression. Do you know him? She asked softly. Rudra didn't answer. Mr. Verma walked over and shook hands with Rudra's father. What a wonderful event, he said. But his eyes never left Rudra. Arjun moved closer to his brother. What is he doing here? He whispered. I don't know, Rudra replied, his voice hard. Anaya could feel the tension around them. The cheerful atmosphere suddenly seemed different. Just then, Sister Maria announced the final dance performance. The children rushed to the stage, and Anaya quickly joined them backstage. Before leaving, she looked back once. Rudra was still staring at the man near the entrance. For the first time since meeting him, she saw something in his eyes. Worry. A few minutes later, the lights dimmed for the performance. Nobody noticed Mr. Verma quietly leaving the hall and walking toward the back garden. Nobody except one little girl. Pihu. Didi's flower basket is outside, she murmured and followed him. A few seconds later, Anaya realized Pihu was missing. Her heart skipped a beat. Where did she go? And outside, in the dark garden, danger was slowly approaching. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart. Episode 8, The Attack. Didi. Pihu is missing. Meera cried. Anaya's face turned pale. What? She was here a minute ago. The children started looking around in panic. Without wasting another second, Anaya ran outside. At the same time, Rudra noticed the commotion. What happened? He asked. Pihu is missing, Sister Maria replied anxiously. Rudra's expression changed immediately. He remembered seeing the little girl near the garden a few minutes ago. I'm going outside, he said and hurried away. The back garden was dark and almost empty. Pihu. Anaya called, her voice trembling. Suddenly, she heard a soft sob. She followed the sound and froze. Pihu was standing near the old storage room, and beside her stood Mr. Verma. The man's polite smile had disappeared. Come here, little girl, he said coldly. Pihu looked frightened. Without thinking, Anaya ran forward and pulled the child behind her. Stay away from her. Mr. Verma laughed. How brave! Just then, footsteps echoed behind them. Rudra arrived. The moment he saw the man, his eyes turned icy. So, it was you. Mr. Verma smirked. I finally found you, Rudra. Anaya looked between them in confusion. You know him? He isn't here for the function, Rudra said quietly. He's here for me. Before anyone could react, another man appeared from the shadows. Then another. Anaya's heart pounded. There were 4 of them. Mr. Verma smiled darkly. Today, your luck ends, Rudra Khanna. Pihu started crying and clung to Anaya. Rudra stepped in front of them. Take the child and go inside. But, go. For the first time, Anaya heard fear in his voice. And before she could move, one of the men pulled out a knife. Everything happened in a second. The attack had begun. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart Fire. Episode 9, The Girl Who Saved Him. The man with the knife rushed toward Rudra. Rudra managed to block the first attack, but there were too many people around him. Take Piho and run, he shouted. Anaya quickly pulled the little girl behind her, but she couldn't leave. Something felt terribly wrong. One of the attackers suddenly picked up an iron rod and moved toward Rudra from behind. Rudra! Anaya screamed. He turned too late. Without thinking, Anaya ran forward and pushed him aside. Bang! The rod hit her shoulder instead. She cried out in pain and fell to the ground. Anaya! Rudra's eyes widened. For a moment, he forgot everything. This girl had just gotten hurt while saving him. Anger flashed across his face. He punched the attacker and pushed another one away. By then, the guards and staff had heard the noise and came running toward the garden. Seeing more people arrive, Mr. Verma cursed. This isn't over, Rudra Khanna, he shouted before escaping with his men. Silence filled the garden. Rudra immediately knelt beside Anaya. She was holding her injured shoulder, her face pale. Are you okay? She asked softly. Rudra stared at her in disbelief. She was hurt, and yet she was worried about him. Why did you do that? He asked. Anaya gave a small smile. You would have been badly injured. Before he could reply, she slowly lost consciousness. Anaya! For the first time in years, fear gripped Rudra's heart. He carefully lifted her into his arms. Call the doctor, he shouted. The entire orphanage watched in shock. And as he looked at the unconscious girl in his arms, Rudra realized one thing. He couldn't bear the thought of anything happening to her. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart Fire. Episode 10, A New Feeling. The doctor quickly examined Anaya in one of the orphanage rooms. Everyone waited outside anxiously. Piho was crying non-stop. It's all my fault, she sobbed. Rudra knelt in front of her and gently wiped her tears. No, little one. None of this is your fault. The child looked at him with red eyes. It was the first time anyone had seen the cold CEO speak so softly. A few minutes later, the doctor came out. She is fine. The injury isn't serious, but she needs rest. Everyone sighed in relief. Rudra closed his eyes for a second. He didn't realize he had been holding his breath. You can meet her now, the doctor said. Rudra entered the room quietly. Anaya was awake, though she looked tired. She smiled when she saw him. You are safe. Those were the first words she said. Rudra stood there, speechless. Why are you smiling? He asked. You got hurt because of me. Anaya looked at him calmly. If I hadn't helped, you would have been injured. But why risk your life for me? We barely know each other. She thought for a moment. Because helping someone doesn't need a reason. Her simple answer touched something deep inside him. For years, people had stayed near him because of his money, power, or fear. But this girl had protected him without expecting anything. Pihu suddenly entered the room and hugged Anaya. Didi, don't scare me again. Anaya laughed softly and hugged her back. Rudra watched them quietly. Then his mother walked in and looked at Anaya with affection. You saved my son today. Thank you. Anaya smiled shyly. Mrs. Khanna glanced at Rudra and then at Anaya. A small smile appeared on her face. For the first time, she saw a softness in her son's eyes. And a thought crossed her mind. Maybe this brave, kind girl had entered Rudra's life for a reason. To be continued, Heavy Black Heart Sparkles.
Thanks for listening. Stay updated for next part. Don't forget to subscribe and comment.